Kia ora, you're watching The Form, where we unpack the best domestic and races across the Tasman for the weekend. And this weekend we're heading off to the Bay of Plenty, our main focus there, and heading down to Riccarton as well. To talk through all of the action this week is Aidan Rodley, Bevan Sweeney and Leith Innes, and here's what's coming up on the agenda. We'll be starting with the feature out of Tauranga. It is the listed Fillies and Mares Tauranga Classic, the Tauranga undercard as well, including the Kiwi Fruit Cup. Our racetrackers will be heading down to Riccarton, checking out a couple of the best races on the program, including the Amberley Cup. Our Kiwis in Oz, Tony Pike has a starter kicking off his campaign across there, and we'll be finding you our best bets for the weekend. As I mentioned, we're heading off to Tauranga for our main domestic meeting this weekend. Leith, what weather and track conditions are we expecting?
They've had 100 mils of rain, Pip, in the last 7 days, so it's rated a heavy 10 at the moment. But between now and Saturday, it's nice fine days. It might dry out a little bit, but look, they haven't raced there since the 23rd of March, and the rail's in the true position.
Looks like it'll be setting up for a nicer winter's day as we take a look at the feature. Race number 8 on the program, option 208 for the Team Whelan's Tauranga Classic. Malt Time heads the betting at $3.90 from Wessex at $5. Then you're getting out to Casino Princess at $8, and Fashion Shoot currently the only other runner in single figures. Let's take you back to Malt Time. Very good when winning last time at Ruakaka here, Leith, and really just class rose to the top.
Yeah, it certainly was. It was a really good ride by Ace Lawson Carroll. He's actually keeping the ride this week. You know, being a listed race, it's a big achievement for him. So, look, she was class horse of the race, and obviously she was fresh up, so she should really improve off the run as well.
Really like what we saw from Malt Time late. Obviously the benchmark horse in a weight for age race with Group 1 form, so there's a lot of boxes ticked. The concern is a really wet track, but this was some sort of statement performance.
I completely agree. If this was on a slightly better track condition, this also would be $1.90, $2, but the heavy track condition brings in a few question marks. Draws no worry, we'll go back from there. Young man rode it perfectly last time, class act to this field. That said, this is some edition of the Tauranga Classic, the Team Whelan's, because there's some really nice horses back through this particular field, and one of those clearly is Wessex, who went down a very short margin to a horse that really is coming through the grades nicely, a little bit of love. I think the fitness will be getting there, third up this preparation. Gate will be okay on a tough testing track conditions, handles off track conditions are Leith, and just that extra fitness edge should see Wessex very competitive.
Yeah, exactly, Bevan. Obviously, Tauranga, the rail in the true position if it's on speed, and look, she's going to be leading them up a long way, and look, she comes in the race third up into her prep as well, so she's going to be awfully fit this week.
Yep, third up, I like that. Here's a horse who we know has performed really well in this type of company in the past. Andrew Forsman's team is flying at the moment, so yep, there's ticks there. Also want to have a look at Casino Princess. The win last time out at Rotorua was just terrific. Here's a horse who in 3 starts on heavy tracks has won twice, placed in a further one, gets home track advantage, and geez, wouldn't this be a sentimental win, Leith Innes, for 92-year-old Cliff Goss on his home track in a feature like this?
Yeah, he'll be excited on Saturday. I don't know what he takes for breakfast in the morning, but I want some to get to 92 like he is. He looks like he's 60, but look, it'd be interesting. Was Michael going to ride him? You know, was she his ride in the race if he wasn't injured?
He had a few offers in the race, but he did obviously ride her last time out and was going to stick with her into this. So obviously Michael McNabb out with injury. It was a pretty horrific injury last Saturday in a nasty fall at Tarapa. By all accounts, he's going really well. Speaking to the doctors, he'll be back at Cambridge next Wednesday, guys.
Yeah, Cliff is moving better than all 3 of the men on the show. I'll keep Pip out of that, but gee, for his age, he is spectacular, and he's got a tough little horse here in Casino Princess. I really loved the attitude that we saw from her late. This is a big step up. Gate's probably okay, 57 kilos against a horse like Malt Time on better track conditions would be a big ask, but the way she's handled the track conditions in recent times, I don't think it's out of the question. And another really nice horse, Aidan, Russian Satire. Your thoughts there?
Yeah, I was really taken by what we saw of this horse last time. I think Andrew Forsman's worked her out. Big horse, doesn't go left-handed. That's the key. You look at her right-handed record, 7 starts with 3 wins, 4 minor placings, loves a wet track, and really like what she's doing. Because she's such a big horse, I don't think the weight for age is any issue. I know she's going up in grade, but Well, she handled this run really well. Leith, I'm keen to get your thoughts on her. How did you rate her?
Yeah, she won easy at Pokakoe. I think she goes good with her races spread as well. It's a 3-week sort of turnaround, and look, she's probably going to get it off the speed a little bit, but look, if they're getting out to the centre of the track, she's going to be hitting the line late, and yeah, like you said, Andrew Forsham's horses are flying at the moment.
There you go, that's a look at some of the key form leading in. Let's head out to the stables now and check in with connections. We'll start with Sam Burgesson. He's got the 2 chances, and Aidan just asked him how the mares are tracking leading into the race.
Yeah, both in really good order. Obviously, Arisa was really good 2 starts ago. Sort of copped a really loose track there at Te Aroha, travelled into it nicely, but sort of fell out of the bridle a bit. And unfortunately, it's probably going to be wet at Tauranga, albeit that they are forecast a fine rest of the week. Whether how much drying there is sort of remains to be seen. But she's in really good form. In Fashion Shoot, she's returned from Australia in really good order. Obviously, she was a really good Group 1 placing before leaving in the breeders. And was sort of disappointing over there, but obviously drops back to New Zealand company, and hopefully she can show her best, because I'm sure if she does, she could be in it.
She's going as well as she can go. She's bright. She looks amazing in the coat for this time of year, and she's a sound mare, and she handles all kind of conditions. It's a pretty strong lineup, but look, we believe she's a genuine chance of getting some valuable black type.
She's obviously going in at fresh up, so it's going to be a little bit of a tough effort, but trialled really nicely last week, and she loves Tauranga. She loves the 1400. I think she's unbeaten fresh up and over the 1400 metre trip.
She's good. Work's been consistent. Troy Harris galloped her today over 1,000. Was good work, and her forms suggest she'll be a chance.
Boy, this is, I reckon, as good a Tauranga Classic as I've seen in recent years. There's just depth to this. You've got, Group 1 performers up the top like Malt Time, Sam Burgesson there talking about Fashion Suit running 4th in a Group 1 New Zealand Thoroughbred Breeders not that many months ago. It'll be wet and it'll be testing. For that reason, I'm going with an Andrew Forsman trained runner. This time, Russian Satire. I know she's out of her grade, out of the handicap, but just love what she's doing and love that right-handed record. Leith, who'd you with?
Yeah, I'm going to go for the favourite, Malt Time. Ace Lawson Carroll, look, he's been rewarded with his good ride last start. He's apprenticed to Sean and Emma Clockworthy. Look, he's had previous 13 goes at group enlisted races, and I'd love to see him break through on Saturday.
I love the fact that the Clockworthies have left Ace Lawson Carroll on. It was a really good ride last time. So I'm going to be with the favourite. I think she's got just a margin in class on this particular field. Track conditions bring her right back to them. And I'm not leaving out of the mix Cork with her record. She'll fly through these track conditions and will be pretty dangerous at a pretty decent sort of price. But
there you go, and whatever prices you do like as well. We've got the odds surge in play at Tauranga across each and every race. So if you like something in the feature, whether it's a Malt Time or a Russian Satire, get involved, and the feature gets underway on Saturday, 3:42, trackside 1. We're heading back off to Tauranga now. We're going to check out the Seeker Kiwi Fruit Cup, race number 7 on the program. Blue Sky at Night for Shelley Hale hits the betting at $3.50. Then you've got Poser at $3.90. Rua Rocks at $4.80 and Fats at $5. Goes to show how open a race number 6 is on the card. So let's have a look at some form leading in, and we'll start with Blue Sky at Night. Really nice performance. Leith stepped up to 2,100 metres, kept on winning and dropped some weight.
Yeah, Taylor Mitchell, look, it was a really good ride. She's won 2 from 2 on the horse now. The horse got back and she cut the corner and it was all over sort of halfway down the straight. So look, she sticks with the horse this week. She claims a kilo, so we get down to 53 kilos as well. It's a big plus.
Really good run. The inside might not have been the ideal place to be, so that makes the run all the more meritorious. My look at this, though, is that Rua Rocks has only been that far away, and there's a 3 kilogram swing in the weights. So for mine, I was actually siding with Rua Rocks this time around, but real respect about what we've seen from Blue Sky at Night with those last couple. As a lead-up, how did you rate that race, Bevan?
Well, I'm with you, and I think the weight swing probably leads me towards Rua Rocks, especially from a gate where Rua Rocks can probably pick its spot in the run with a very lightweight. Jess Allen was aboard last time and has been aboard the last couple of times, so she knows the horse very, very well. But look, there is a lot of respect around the Shelley Hale trained Blue Sky at Night, who will get back from an inside draw. I'm not sure that's quite so positive now. A real poser is Poser, because I thought the fresh up run was really good behind all of, and I'm just saying Trentham can trip horses up, and especially when you have to come to the inside on the worst of it. Now, the winner's a good horse, make no mistake about that. Pride of Aspen, clearly a nice horse. Moroni in the red cap has gone really nicely on Saturday. So this is a forgive for me, Leith, but you want to see improvement on the wet one on Saturday.
Yeah, it certainly was. Look, yeah, I'd forgive her as well. She was second up and she was stuck on the inside there, and a little bit of a question mark. She's got 58.5 kilos this week, but she does love that heavy track, and she's gone well at Tauranga before as well.
Yep, I agree with you, boys. She's going really nicely. Third up, she'll be fitter as well. She was so good in good cups, winter cups sort of competition last year, so she'll be competitive, no doubt at all. Have a look at facts from further down the book. Just a one-win horse coming into a Kiwi Fruit Cup. Boy, at least these aren't Kiwi Fruit Cups of old, are they? But this is okay form leading in.
Yeah, there's certainly no watch officer like the old days, Rod. But look, yeah, it's only a 85 handicap now, so to call it Kiwi Fruit Cup's a bit sort of over the top. But hey, they all get this chance on Saturday. They're running for 40,000.
Not sure myself. Look, Chrissy's produced some unusual things in the training ranks in recent times, but I think taking Fats up there to win a Kiwi Fruit Cup would be something a little bit unusual, be it Solidify as a really nice horse, and Princey Silly was in behind. So the race is franked up pretty well form-wise, but whether they can go up with a 3-year-old and win a Kiwi Fruit Cup, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be interesting. Well, let's hear from Pose's trainer Paul Pertab, and just asked him what he thinks of her chances this weekend.
She's getting a bit old. She's getting old, bit aches and pains, but no, I think she's a huge chance if we get a bit more rain, and she'll grind away.
Yeah, obviously a nice push from Paul Pertab there around Poser as well. In the end, I've landed on Druid Ox. I think that Tarapa form's the right form leading in, and the 3 kilogram claim swings me. And Leith, your great mate Opie Boston will be so pleased you brought up the watch officer reference.
It was a long time ago, but everyone still remembers, Rod. Got to look to the inside, not just the outside. But hey, I'm off Blue Sky at night. I think the 53 kilos well weighted. She has had one maiden start. It was a long time ago, December 22. She ran second over 1,400 metres. So I think she'll be going close on Saturday.
I think Real Rocks is in great nick. Gets that weight swing against Blue Sky at night in a draw that probably will suit a horse that's going to push on forward and find the right part of the trick. So Real Rocks and me, Pip.
There you go, that's what the guys are liking. Either way, that form coming out of Tarapa. As we move on to the 3-year-olds now, race number 2 on the card, and Cornelia heads the betting at $2.10. I Am Groot at $3.80 also in this market, as is Bella Voce at $3.80. So that's a look at how they're currently playing, and we look forward to the Garth Shaw construction as we take you back to the form. Cornelia at the Te Amutu trials here, Leith. What did you make of this?
Yeah, she was just in for a nice fitness run. She's a lovely big type of a horse, nice 3-year-old filly. She jumps out, puts herself on the speed, and look, she was entered last week at Wellington, but obviously she's been kept for this race at Tauranga.
I think the biggest guide is how much money had been placed with the bookmakers before this horse came out at its most recent start. So I've been impressed with what I've seen from this horse. Clearly, even at its winning performance, was a little bit green. It then was a little bit unlucky at its next start. It jumped out from a wide gate, got caught wide and had to work into it, and then just couldn't quite get its legs underneath it to finish off. Thought the trial was a real fitness effort. I think it's a major, major player.
Absolutely, yeah, I really love the trial. We've got a horse who's really on the up from a stable. It's doing really good things at the moment, so real respect around the favourite. I was taken by this performance though. Here's Bella Voce, winning at Matamata last time out. You'll see Switcho in this as well, but just really taken by the manner of this win. Good positive ride this day from Opie Boss, and Woodham pin takes over, so no loss on jockey Schnitzler, or not a great deal anyhow. And I just thought this was the right form, a stable that's really firing as well. Leith, your thoughts?
Yeah, look, it was a really easy win. Opie was soft on her in the end too, so it was a really good confidence sort of boost for her. Obviously, Opie's on holiday now, and Woodham picks up the ride, so he's been trusted with a good one as well.
I think the most interesting factor on Saturday is Bella Voce's been at home and run 1:13 over the 1,200 metres. That won't be happening on Saturday. and Cornelia's been similar, 109 and change. They aren't going to know themselves when they hit this track on Saturday. Bella Voce, right form lines, away from home Saturday, but a very, very well-bred filly who is going really nicely as well. Experience and tough experience around I Am Groot. This is the performance at Taupo, which again, 1750 back to 1300 metres is an interesting transition in at 54 kilos. Was a winner 4 starts ago, and most recent runs have all been pretty consistent. Just think those other two are just a tick in front, Lee.
Yeah, I think so as well. Look, it's been up for a long time as well, but look, obviously Andrew Scott and Lance O'Sullivan will have it ready for this race on Saturday. Narco Haley, I know he's down to claim 3 kilos, but he's just sort of struggling a little bit with his weight at the moment, so it'll be interesting if he can get to the 54.
Yeah, I think he's basically his bottom weight is 55.5 at the moment, and he's even half a kilogram over that at Te Rapa last week to 56, so you can rule out the 54 from the word go. For mine, I'm just going to put my faith in Bella Voce, winning on a heavy 8 last time out, but in the right stable to have progressed from there. She's a 3-year-old filly by Fastnet Rock with a bit of class, but I think she'll handle the testing conditions as well. Leith, who do you have on top?
Yeah, I've got Cornelia on top. Gate 2, it's lucky it's race 2. I don't think she's a real heavy track horse, but she's got so much ability and class on her side. I think she'll be going very close on Saturday.
I agree. I think there's this little touch of class here that might develop further into her 4-year-old season with the Cornelia. It might have been a niggle or two. Looks like she's got a bit of size to her. I'll be going with the filly by Swiss Ace. But
yeah, lads, a little bit split again, and that does complete our look at Tauranga. The first race from there on Saturday gets underway 11:30 a.m. Time for race trackers on the form. You know the drill. And Leith, as usual, we'll start with you. Who's your race tracker?
Yeah, I'm going to take you to Hoard the Bourbon, Stephen Marsh trained runner. It's not running for a little while, not to the 10th of July, but look, he was desperately unlucky this day, and he's advantage. He gets into a 65 as a 4-win horse. So A-Rod, hopefully Michael McNabb's back by then, because that'll be giving him a win.
Absolutely. I've got to say, I was really taken by Eve Song's run that day, and maybe a little bit better just the way it went, but like you say, Leith, really unlucky. I'm going to go to the same card. The Stephen Marsh runner who finishes second here is a horse called Lavace, who had been a previous Taupo winner at the previous start, and this was a race that really favoured the swoopers. This horse had been able to stick close to the speed and fought it out. I was really taken by it, and I think she'll be hard to beat next time out. Bevan, how about you?
Now, I know Kevin Myers probably takes great pleasure in having me staring into the corner of a dark room or lying on the sofa and sucking my thumb, but LJ, look, I just think there's a big win. I'm not sure where it's coming, where it'll be. Heading to the Winter Cup, $16. Hey, you can put $50 on that, future-proof, and you'll be sitting pretty. But I know the blinkers are going on at some stage and just works home nicely. If it's not Winter Cup, it might be New Zealand Cup, it might be a jumping race, it might be somewhere else, but it's going to be somewhere, team. It's going to be somewhere.
What do you think? He might have blinkers in a jumping race now, first start.
Oh, could do anything, you know, dummy. He just has good fun playing with us. So, yeah, it's going to win a race, though, and it's going to be a decent money one.
We better get into those futures and chuck him on in multiple races by the sounds of that, Bevan. And I'm going for a greyhound. Look, he finishes 6th. Power Warrior first up on Tuesday after months off the scene. What you can't see here is on the head-on as he's just trying to work his way into the race. He gets to the outside, unfortunately, of big-time Dora, who just pushes him off the track. He was really, really strong to the lure. He's a dog that's beaten the likes of Alpha Rambo over the 4.57 on the track, and just think he'll improve marginally from his fresh up run here, and you can just see she's posting him wide. So a Power Warrior for myself, Hoard the Bourbon for Leith, LJ and Lavace for Ada. Note them down and chuck them in your black book. We head down south for our other domestic meeting to Riccarton. So Aidan, what are we looking like as far as the weather and track conditions go down there?
Yeah, it's going to be testing as well. Obviously, we've got heavy 10, a couple of days out. The weather's okay Friday, but there is Thursday night rain, so I don't think we're going to be improving off a 10 at the moment. The rail is out a fair way for this meeting, out the 11 metres, so yeah, it's going to be testing going.
All right, well, let's check out the first race. Race number 4 on the program is what we want to touch on. This is the Daphne Bannon Memorial Open Handicap, where La Bella Nera heads the betting in a very open market at $5.50. Louis at $6. Miss Nico Bell at that quote as well. And then you're getting just slightly further out to Street Fighting Man at $6.50. Let's take you back to La Bella Nera and Blue Vein. What did you make of this performance, Aidan?
Yeah, I thought there was enough in it. There's a really good merit in what is, it's solid form from going back into April 20, which was a premier day at Riccarton. Good form. The run of Blue Vein had merit, although maybe just needs to improve a touch on recent starts. Obviously, it's strong form, but this is a different dynamic. This is April when they're running on a lot better track and a lot closer to the rail than they will be on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday's it's going to be totally different on a heavy 10. Both of them were good runs though. They've been sort of like 4 kilo claimer on the inside, sits on nice. So look, he's got a handy draw as well. But I just thought Blue Vein was quite good at run. Once it gets on a wetter track, it's got good form.
I agree. I think Blue Vein is the improver out of the race, and probably conditions are against La Bella Nera, especially from an inside gate. Does have a bit of gate speed, so I was just a little bit with Blue Vein, who I think will improve and tends to love Riccarton, as does Adrian Bull. Miss Nico Bell, coming off the synthetic to a heavy track where it's place 3 of 10. Look, it's still an inside gate. Stephen Marsh, you've got to have a lot of respect there. Courtney Barnes riding nicely at the present moment. But again, it's just another one. I'm just not sure Leithout's going to handle this track.
No, exactly. Look, she was really good last start when she won. Back to a heavy track, she's sort of, okay. Look, obviously Marshy's horses are going really well at the moment. He's got a satellite stable in Christchurch, so she's been settled in there for the last couple of months as well.
Also beat at home there is Sorcha, who she'd beat at the previous start at Riccarton, also on the poly. She's going really well. She gets in nicely on the minimum here. A little bit of a concern about that inside barrier draw, but in this field, I don't think it's a white hot running of this race. So I thought she was a bona fide contender here, Bevan.
Well, last year's race might have a really strong relevance to this year's race, because there's some quality horses coming out of this, and I speak especially about the Good Shepherd and Louis, who is fresh up today, loves that condition. Track conditions should be suitable. I know the record at Riccarton is not outstanding, but he's a senior horse. He's won 7, 4 of those on heavy track conditions. The record fresh is great. He's getting in with 54 on his back. I think these two, at their best, Leith, would be major players in this particular race. Good Shepherd 54, Louis 54. Just get in nicely here.
Yeah, Louis, he's got great fresh up record. He's won 3 times from 8 starts, and like you said, he really relishes that heavy going and what he's going to get on Saturday.
Geez, obviously there's merit, but a lot of horses changing track conditions here, and well, I've found this a real trick. In the end, I've defaulted to the Stephen Marsh factor. I've gone with Miss Nico Bell, hoping she can bring that poly form. She's been racing really well on the poly. If she can bring that to the turf, and we know she's capable, then off the minimum, I thought she was a winning chance in a really difficult race, Leith.
Yeah, I'm going to go Blue Vein. Kelly Myers, she's having her first ride on the filly. She gets them with 54 kilos. Adrian Bull's travelling 2 runners down there on Saturday, and look, I think Blue Vein's a great each-way chance.
I'm going with one of the old timers, and Louis, fresh up, decent gait, 54 kilos, heavy track record, fresh record, all very good. I think he's a decent sort of player in the 4th on the program there at Riccarton.
Now let's move on to race number 6. It is the Amberley Cup, and as we take a look at the market, it's headed by RTO Lad at $4.50. Burnview also at that quote. Go Lottie at $4.80 in this market, along with JBG. And then you've got Divine Sava, who is double nominated, but has Courtney Barnes down to ride in this race at $5.50. And speaking of her, let's go back to her finishing 5th. Obviously, Go Lottie and Burnview comes out of this race, Leith. Who caught your eye?
Look, Divine Sava, she's always one of those fillies that gets on the speed. Look, she's gifted at the weight. She's got 54 kilos on Saturday, and this was a really strong field, Harlech. So, look, she hasn't won for a long time, but look, if she's going to get no better chance in this week at Christchurch. 54 kilos on a track that she can cop on a heavy 10.
Yeah, I agree entirely. And the 3 races we're previewing, I think I've gone for Courtney Barnes and all 3 on top. Now, like you say, this was a good field. I know she's just come to the end of her run after doing the donkey work up front, but she's beaten home 3 rivals in the race. And the more you go through it, you just can say that there's a fair case to say that she'll be a big improver into this. Off the minimum again, I thought she was a key chance in this, Bevan.
Out of those 3, I think I'd almost go with Burnview myself, just with the heavy track conditions. Look, I know they've got a bit of quality, Divine Saver especially. Just don't know how this track is going to affect them. Let's have a look at Burnview again, running 4th. Go Lottie running 3rd. There were a couple of decent sort of efforts. Wasn't a true wet winter track here. Go Lottie hasn't really performed here on the track, whereas Burnview has. So I have been warming to that particular horse just with the way the track might play on Saturday, Lee.
Yeah, look, he loves Christchurch as well, Burnview. Look, he's had 18 starts here, 4 wins and 3 placings. So, look, he's trained by Lance Robinson's doing a great job down there as well.
I think this is a further reason why you do go back to Divine Saver, because Divine Saver had beaten both of these 2 horses in that Harlech race, and Go Lottie goes up 4 kilograms, Burnview goes up 2.5 kilograms. So the more I look at this, the more, and even looking at that video, it says Divine Saver for me. So that's the way I'm going here.
Okay. We'll have to go against the heavy track conditions. We shall see, I suppose. I know the form analysis, but I don't know about the track conditions. Well, Leith's gone blue vein. I'm suggesting that the Bull family might take home a double on the day here with JBG. Love this troll. Look, his comeback bigger, stronger. Always had a decent sort of reputation about it. It's 4 from 7 on heavy track conditions. Kelly Moz has travelled down to ride for the family. So taking a bit of a chance myself on JBG.
Yeah, it's going to be a good training effort, fresh up. Look, his form's really good. Kelly Myers sticks as well. She's gone down to ride both the bull runners, so definitely some sort of chance, maybe top 3.
It's that old Nashville combination, isn't it, from years gone by. In the end, I've gone with Divine Saver on top, again going back to the Marsh Barnes sort of combination here, which I think I'm doing at Riccarton a fair bit. Leith, who do you have on top?
The Courtney Barnes and Stephen Marsh combination, they're getting a lot of winners lately. She's running nearly over 20 winners for Stephen, so look, I think great each way chance.
Made my case, JBG. I think Adrian Bill will have a decent sort of day down there. I think he set it up. I know it'll be tough, 1,600 metres fresh up and probably heading back down there for the carnival JBG. But I think a good each way chance for the Bull family.
There you go, that's what the guys are liking as we move on now to race number 7. This is option 607. Look forward to the Optimised Fertilisers and Equi Lies. Rating 75. So Cat heads the betting again. These are open markets, $5.50. Night Raiders at $6. And then Robbie Patterson takes down Catherine's at $6.50. Let's take you back to Wingatui last time, where Cat finished as 3rd. You've obviously got Night Raider in this race as well, Aiden and On Song. Who really caught your eye out of this performance?
It's a difficult one. Obviously, Zarkat's got the ability, but the strike rate says not always there. But this is a really nice run. It's an encouraging performance more than anything from a mare nowadays who's got a bit of quality. But she's only won 3 of 36, so that does tell a story, Leith.
Yeah, she was good late. Look, she'll be hitting the line on Saturday. She loves the heavy track. She goes good at Riccarton as well. So. Yeah, interesting. Kylie Williams on. Sam Wynn's just going to sit and watch from the grandstand. So she's training the horse, so it's yeah, good for Kylie.
Found this race a nightmare, and I wasn't quite sure what to take out of that particular race as to where it would lead me with the track conditions and proven records on those come Saturday. So I'm sort of defaulting, probably a little bit biasly, to the Central District's form line with Catherine's, who was really good at its fresh up run this season, and then at its next up start, it had a good race. This is Spencer winning again, and he's absolutely fair dinkum flying. And I thought the horse ran with great credit. There was a bit of pressure in this, which allowed Spencer to swoop into it. And I think this horse might just love the track conditions being by Sham Express in a decent sort of gate.
Well, yeah, Lisa Allpress was lucky to stay on there. But, yeah, taking the race, the form out of the race is really good. Spencer's second favourite for the Winter Cup. So, look, it was a good effort. Obviously, Robbie Patterson, we can all back him with confidence as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and he knows the right horse to go and the right time of the year to go. He's done this trip many times, and that sort of form I think is the strongest in this race. The previous start win at Harwater was very good as well. Just a quick point on Sam Winleith. She's actually headed back to Ireland for a holiday, so hence why she's not riding her own horse in this. On top for me, I've gone with Catherine. Leith, did you put on top?
Yeah, I'm with you. I ride Robbie Patterson. He'll be enjoying the South Island hospitality down there, and I think she'll be winning on Saturday at $6.
I'm with them as well, Catherine's, with Robbie Patterson that is, and we're all with him, so I'll get a text and I'll be told if I'm right or wrong in about an hour and a half or so when this program does go to air. Catherine's for me.
I need that oil prior to this, Bevan, and don't forget too, on your big Super Saturdays, we've got the bonus back, Riccarton across the first 4 races, and it extends back to 4th if you don't find that winner on your first investment. The first race from Riccarton underway, 11:50 a.m. trackside 1 Saturday. We have more Kiwis taking on the Australians this weekend, and it's a 3-year-old gelding from Tony Pike's stable. And coming up in race number 8, Elude. He's drawn the visitors car park with draw barrier 16. He's at $6.50. Headed, the betting is Steel Run at $4.60, and Lady in Pink underneath also at that quote. You can see getting out to double figure odds around nearly everything else across the page, including Hydrogen Power. Let's go back to Elude, obviously winning at Whanganui last time. How does this form stack up into a race like Flemington, Leith?
Well, I think he's good. Obviously, Tony Pike, he wouldn't be taking him over there for no reason. And obviously, the old Kiwis get the visitors draw again, Pip. So, look, I know his last 2 runs have been on a heavy 10 surface, but he's got such a nice action. I reckon he's going to be just as good on top of the ground.
Just love what we've seen from this horse. He just keeps on stepping up, and again, he's done that really easily at Whanganui last time out. How does Whanganui form stack up at Flemington? Well, we're going to find out. Actually comes up against one who goes around in Guy Lowry's colours in this race as well, Zambezi Khan, of course, trained by Patrick Payne, and I don't think even Guy's in the ownership, but still goes around in his colours, and she's been really good right through the season in some pretty good fillies races as well. So, yeah, it's a good race with a fair bit of New Zealand interest.
It certainly is. So good luck to not only Tony Pike, but yes, Zambezi Khan in there as well. And we do have the bonus back in play at Flemington and Ipswich as well. Of course, it's Ipswich Cup Day across the first 4 races on Saturday. So good luck to Tony with Elude. Hopefully we can take more Australian spoils. Time to put our head on the chopping block and find you a best bet for the weekend. Leith, form's been a little bit down lately. We need to find a winner. Who have you got?
Hazel go maybe Friday night, Pit. But look, I'm going to take you to Sunday. Tiaraha, Sassy Lass. Look, she's a maiden. She gets up to 2,200 metres. Look, she's had 13 starts for 3 seconds. She's been knocking on the door, but I think Warren Kennedy will be winning on a Sunday, race 8.
Yeah, Hazel Go, the Cossack, they're all sort of playing the same sort of prices. I'm going with one on Friday at Awapuni. Sone for the James of Wellwood stable, race number 5 on the program. We'll be short, I think. The prices aren't quite out as we record this, but I think it looks fun.
I got a jumper home in the red last week, so I think I'll try and do it again. Call Me Jack looked to be an absolute standout in the second maiden hurdle. I think the price will be skinny, but I'm happy to play again. But
And I'm going to go for a Wexford runner at Tauranga, race number 3, Reptac. I did like his first up run when he finished 30 over race, but he still found the line. Well, this time Musser gets on, the air covers go on. They just want to ride him a little bit handier to the speed. So I think he's a nice each-way play. I'm going to jump in with a Bevan one there, $5.02. So my best bet for the weekend. Here's a summary. The Wales also jumping in with Recklaw's Stream at Addington Friday, race number 4. Note them down. Hopefully we've found you plenty of winners this weekend. And that completes the form once again for another weekend. Thanks to Bevan, Leith and Aidan. Hopefully we've found you the winners, and good luck on the punt.